Don't forget to go check out couchcollectibles.com. Link is always in the description of every single video. Here first is a doubled die obverse. So this is on the 1945D. So look for doubling on the lettering of the coin there, on the word Liberty. So always be on the lookout for that. Like I said, you can look for those with your coin microscope, available on couchcollectibles.com. Here is that coin that has that double die obverse. Now, this coin also does have a grade of a mint state 66. That is a very high grade. So the coin grading scale only goes up to 70. This is at a 66. And it's also graded with 5 full steps. So that will give it value as well. And it's got an RPM. Wow, this coin just has it all here. So it's got an RPM and a double die obverse. So I'll show you the RPM here in a second. So you see that D mint mark there at the back, on the back of the coin there, which this coin is in really good condition, guys. This is a really nice coin for a 1945. This coin sold for around $200, a little over $200. But here is that RPM. If we look here at the D mint mark, you can see that line going straight through the D and then out to the right bottom, it curves out. That is a D RPM, a repunched mint mark on that D mint mark. Now here on this coin, you can see it is a different version of the RPM. So always be on the lookout for those on the 1945 Ds and on your other silver nickels. You never know what you can find. Let's move on to a 1945 D that just has that RPM. It doesn't have the double die obverse. This coin sold for around $75, nearly $80 coin. You can see that it's graded at a mint state 67. It's got some nice toning to it. Really nice coin. I love these old silver nickels. They are 35% silver, by the way, if you guys are new to coin collecting, from 1942 to 1945. Now in 1942 they also made a non-silver one, which I've done a video on that, so just search silver nickels couch collectibles or 1942 nickels couch collectibles and you'll find those videos here on YouTube. Now let's look at this coin. This is a $10,000 nickel, and it's solely valuable because it is graded at a mint state 68. So it is a very high grade. It's got full steps. Very nice coin. Like I said, over a $10,000 nickel. Now for the 1945D, they did produce over 37 million of those coins, and you can see 35% silver again. So a lot of those coins being produced, they're not valuable in terms of how many they made, but in this image you can see doubling. So also, not only on the front of your coin, you want to look for doubling on the back. So look for doubling on the word 5 cents. You can really see it there on the word cents, as well as the word Monticello. So you can see that there on the C-E-L-L-O, very visible doubling there, and on the cents as well. So always be on the lookout for that. Here's another example of it. Look for doubling on the words of America as well. And then here is that coin that has that double die obverse. Now this coin, of course, is going to be really valuable again because it does have that high grade of a mint state 66. And with that double die reverse, this is the P mint mark, by the way. We see that P mint mark above the building. This coin sold for over $14,000. $14,000. So if you ever find coins that are in extremely good condition like these, like 1945s, and you find a double die obverse or a double die reverse, you definitely want to get it graded by a coin grading company. Let's move on to a 1945 P mint mark. Now this is graded at a mint state 67, and again, full steps. So this coin is really amazing. It's got some amazing toning to it. The coin sold for around $10,000, $9,900 in that range. So these high graded coins are extremely valuable coins. Now for the P mint mark, you also want to look for a repunched mint mark, not just on the D mint mark. Here's a couple examples of that repunched mint mark taking place. Very noticeable type of repunched mint marks there. So always be on the lookout for those. And here is that RPM, that 1945, that has the 5 full steps, but it also has that RPM, that repunched mint mark on the P mint mark. Now this coin only sold for around $115, so not a $10,000 coin, but still, it's a $100 nickel, can't beat it. Now in 1945, they produced over 119 million of those coins. So they are a lot more common than the D mint mark, but still they made a lot of both of those. Now we're gonna look at the S mint mark here coming up, but this is an example of a 1945 P mint mark that not only has a double die reverse, but it has a triple die reverse. So it's a TDR. And if you look at the top of the N, the U, and the M, you can really see that there, and even on the bottom of the M and the N, you can see that tripling taking place. So always be on the lookout for that. That is a triple die reverse. Now for the S mint mark, they produced around 58 million of those, so they did still produce tens of millions of those coins. And then here is an example of the 1945S, and this coin is graded at a mint state 67, so it is super, super valuable. This coin sold for over $10,000 because of that high grade. And you can see here on the reverse, the S mint mark is up top there. So on these 1945s, there will always be a P, D, or S mint mark. There should be on top of the building, the big mint marks. Now they only made those for those certain years in the 1940s for the silver nickels. After that, they changed where they placed the mint mark, which I've done a whole mint mark coin video that shows you different dates where they placed the mint marks. Now here in 1945, this is a P mint mark. However, it's got an obverse half split planchet. Very, very cool. So if we see the front here, you see the reverse split planchet there. Now here on the other coin that sold with it, we got a reverse half split planchet. So we got the reverse design here, and then here on the front design, split planchet. You don't see that front obverse design of the coin. So these coins sold together for around $130. So pretty cool. Always be on the lookout for interesting types of error coins like that. Really cool type of error. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.